Hello and welcome to Melissa Ann, where I talk about all things health, psychology, and business. I'm working on this. I'm getting there. But today I wanted to talk about health coaching and what it is that health coaches do, me in particular, and just kind of share like my focus. Also, I just realized I match my background. ASU, even though I am not going to ASU, but it's fine. But I have struggled with this one because I couldn't really figure out how I wanted to put it into words of how I help people. And I think as a business, if you are a business owner or if you are interested in owning a business, learning your brand voice and what you actually provide to people can be a lot harder than you think it would be. So I got my personal training certification with Ace Fitness, which I will do another video. I said I was going to do a video about how I studied for it, but I don't have my books or anything because I kind of like rushed from Arizona to move to Chattanooga, Tennessee, and I still have a bunch of stuff in my storage. So yeah, I will have to do another video about that, like when I have my books again and I can like share about that. But I got my personal training certification in April of 2021. And then I got my health coaching certification in like September of 2021. And it is now February. And I am finally at a point where I'm like, I know what it is. Like, I know what my specialty is, or I know what my goal is as a health coach with my clients, as a personal trainer with my clients. And also, like, I probably have sunburn. For whatever reason, I realized it later on. I got like half of my face sunburn, just half. Like, the other part was like, okay, now I'm probably just like flush from the wind, but it is what it is. I am so sidetracked. But my focus as a health coach is getting my clients to understand that they can enjoy moving their body. And that might sound silly, but we live in this world where we are constantly told what we should or shouldn't do. Like, this is the right way to do things, this is the wrong way to do things. Like, you need to just lift weights. Lifting weights is the king of workouts. Like, you have to lift weights if you want to lose weight, or you have to lose weight because societal standards say that you should, and you need to be thick and get those booty gains, like whatever. And I've been there. I've totally been there. I was in the military and I was so huge on like lifting weights and constantly going to the gym and constantly doing all of the things. But back then, like, I needed to be able to like lift a 200-pound dude or like to do this and that. And so like I had very specific reasons for me going and lifting weights at the gym. And I struggled after I got my personal training certification because I felt like such a fraud. I felt like I saw all of these personal trainers like showing all of these great gym workouts and doing all these like hype up videos in the gym. And I was like, honestly, like, I haven't gone to the gym to lift weights in months to a year. Yeah. And I'm not somebody who likes to like preach what I don't already do. I don't know how that quote goes. I'm not, if you've watched any of my other videos, like I want to like redo words are just so hard. I can't even say this. I always want to like copy the quote that I've heard and then I just completely butcher it like I did right now. I didn't want to say like, oh, go lift weights. Oh, you should be doing this. You should be doing that. Because the thing is, if you hire a coach to help you get back into your fitness and you don't like lifting weights and you dread going to the gym, you dread having to do this, sure, you might do it while you have your trainer keeping you accountable. But in 12 weeks, when you're done with that program that you had your coach for, like, you are probably not going to continue. And that's not to be like pessimistic or to be like a negative Nancy and being like, well, you're just going to fail, because that's not failing. You hyper-focused, or not hyper-focused, but you dived into this thing like full force and you're like, yes, like I am now this person, when you weren't. You knew that you needed a push, and you saw the personal trainers, you saw the ads. Probably there's like a couple of people that constantly show up in my Instagram feed and they're like, you should get ripped like me. And it's like, honestly, like, been there, done that. I'm kind of over that phase of my life now. I just want to live healthily. And that's pretty much where I come in as a health coach. And so a health coach is here to help you look at your current patterns. Like, how are you currently eating? How much are you currently getting your body moving? Maybe you're not moving at all. Maybe you literally just stay in pretty much one room, shower every other day, and then like that is it. Like, you don't really leave your home except to get groceries. And maybe you don't even leave your house to get groceries. Maybe you get them delivered and you want to change that. Like, I'm here to help. I'm here to look at what your lifestyle is like currently and create these legitimate patterns, or help you create legitimate patterns that will help you long after you're done working with me. And it's so important when going into like a coaching client session, like with me, for example, to just be honest with yourself. And you can try new things. Like, you can try, maybe lifting weights is for you, and like that is what like pumps you up and it like aligns with your goals for your life. But I personally have had to come back and check myself and be like, no, like, your ego is what wants that to happen. Like, your ego wants you to go and do the competitions and go do this. But like, girl, you busy as fuck. Like, you are so busy. You do not have the time to add that to your plate. Like, yeah, could I? Yes, I could devote all of my time to doing all the workouts that I need to reach these fitness goals, to eat and measure all of my meals to get this competition, and like that would be great. However, like, at what cost? Like, at what cost to my energy levels? At what cost to my time with my son? At what cost to like working on these videos that I'm already barely having time for? And so I wanted to do something. I'm doing something. But I wanted to normalize. Also, I like this. It makes me feel so cozy. Like, I love all my little like my neck gaiter type of thing. I just wanted to normalize health in general. My goal is to help clients like fall in love with getting their body moving and fall in love with creating more nutritious diets or a more nutritious lifestyle. Because here's the thing, I'll be totally honest with you, like, I am one person. I am one person who is also a mom. I also am going to school full-time for my master's program. If you didn't see any of my videos recently about my social work degree that I am starting again. So I'm in a master's program. I'm a solo parent. I am the head honcho of the house. I'm the breadwinner because I'm the only one bringing in money. And that's been its own ordeal of stressors. I'm exhausted. Like, I'm so exhausted and I don't have the time. And so I had to bring myself back down from all of these like, oh, but this is what everybody else is doing. It's like, okay, but you don't know what their life's like. You don't know what what their lifestyle is like outside of the camera, or how stressed they might be, or, there's so many things that go into behind the camera and so many different lifestyles that, like, yes, that might work for them, but does it fit you? Does that work with your schedule? Does that line up with your current goals in your life? And for me, like, I had to take a step back and say, as much as I want to do a fitness competition, or as much as I want to do these things, that's not where I'm at mentally and energetically. So I keep saying So as a health coach, I take my clients down kind of a similar path that I've had to take on for myself. And it's looking at your current patterns, looking at what you want your patterns to look like, what your goals are, ego aside, like, what do you genuinely want, not just like what other people have to share, and creating realistic patterns and habits from that. I work on the mentality. So for me, I had to work past the mentality that like I don't need to go constantly lifting weights. And it's okay that I ebb and I flow, and that sometimes I only have energy to go for walks. And that is where my current like focus is. My primary focus is just getting outside every day. And I used to beat myself up because I was like, I'm a fitness trainer and I am like former army and blah 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 blah, like I should be lifting weights and getting all jacked and like all the protein shakes and whatever, all these like fancy meals that are meal prepped because like I see all the fitness trainers showcasing it. But like, to be completely honest, like I had to throw away vegetables today or yesterday because they went bad, because I was just so exhausted about the idea of washing them and then cutting them and then having to cook them and then having to clean all the dishware. And like I have 300 pages of book stuff to read about for my master's program, and I have 7 discussion boards that I need to do, and oh, how much attention have I given to my child? Have I checked in with this friend yet? Like there are so many things going on and like begging for our attention. And so being realistic and honest with ourselves instead of looking at like the Instagram or social media, highlight reel, it's so important to be honest with ourselves. And so my goal as a health coach and with my clients is to have us dive deeper into what you genuinely want to focus on, what your genuine goals are, and how we can improve your health in a way that's actually sustainable and doesn't make you feel like you're sacrificing in so many different areas. And so for me, as an example, referencing like the vegetables that went bad, I thought I was at a stage where I was like, I'm feeling good. Like I can finally start getting back to prepping again. And I'm not. I can't make the pretty food. I just don't have the energy for it. And so for me, as much as it drives my eco-friendly self crazy, I have to use steamable bags of vegetables because otherwise I'm not eating vegetables. Like it's point blank. And I used to beat myself up about it so much because I'm like, I should be motivated and know that this is good for me. And like, I'm going to go meal prep everything and get my like 30 to 50-minute workout in every single day. And like, this is what all the other personal trainers are doing, or this is what all the other health coaches are doing. And I was like, but they aren't you. Like they have their own story. And so I want to be able to showcase that to my own clients. And it took me like almost an entire year to kind of nail that down and to figure out that like my focus as a health coach is to help my clients understand that like their health journey does not need to look the same as anyone else's. Because for one client, it might be literally getting out of bed. And like that is going to be our focus for the next 12 weeks is how do we get you to start getting out of bed every day? How do we do this? How do we get you to go check the mail? How do we get you having that like one thing of vegetables a week? Because you aren't eating anything, like all you've been doing is eating packaged foods. And like that has been your survival. So how can we start implementing getting you to eat vegetables? What are the things that are going to help you get the nutrients that you need? Because it's not so much about like, oh, eat your fruits and vegetables. It's like you need nutrients to stay alive, to be energized, to help with your mental health, to help get rid of the fatigue. Like you need these nutrients and like nutrient dense meals to give you the energy, to help with your mindset, to help with healing your body. Like we need these nutrients, and we're already so nutrient depleted in half the foods that we have to begin with that it's the baby steps. It's the baby steps to success. And yeah, I feel like I just went on like a total tangent, and I don't even know how well I explained what a health coach is or like what my focus is as a health coach. But I just felt like I needed to start stepping out of my comfort zone and just start doing this. And I'm sure as I work with more clients and as I hone in deeper into like what my passion is as a health coach, I will probably come back and change like my brand voice or change what my goal is. But at this stage in my life, like having gone through grief and living with anxiety and depression and all of these things and being the one-stop shop for the household, I have different life goals. I have different health focuses. And so that is my current goal as a health coach. And if you are curious and would like to learn more about what I have to offer for my clients, or if you would like to sign up or are curious about my 12-week program called Naturally You by Naturally Mel, or doing more of a one-on-one in my accountability program, I would love to get in touch. I will leave the application form in the comments, or not in the comments, but in the little, like, maybe I'll do both. I'll leave it in the little description and then also in the comments. But I would love to get to know you and see where you're at on your lifestyle, fitness journey, health journey, and how I can be of service to you. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Hopefully I didn't ramble too much. Okay, bye.